On the bustling streets of China, amidst the modern chaos of cars and people, there stood a mysterious young man in a black robe. He perched above a traffic light pole, his presence commanding attention. With long hair flowing in the breeze, white skin, red eyes, and adorned in a black robe with hints of red and gold, he looked like a king from ancient times. This enigmatic figure was none other than Emperor Ying Zheng of Qin. "The great Qin has perished," he muttered, his gaze scanning the transformed landscape of the once mighty empire. "I never imagined that, after 2,000 years, the land of China would look like this." A small crowd of curious citizens gathered around him on the street, their whispers blending with the city's sounds. Some couldn't help but marvel at the handsome appearance of Emperor Ying Zheng. "Is he cosplaying?" one person wondered aloud. "Who is the actor from the show?" another asked, trying to make sense of the surreal scene. "Dad, Emperor Qin," a child excitedly informed, recognizing the historical figure. "He's so handsome," a woman remarked, her eyes fixed on the ancient ruler in contemporary surroundings. Mixed opinions swirled among the crowd as they observed Emperor Ying Zheng. Some were intrigued, others perplexed, but all were captivated by his regal presence. Ying Zheng, seemingly disoriented, muttered to himself, "What the hell is wrong with this place?" Fueled by confusion and frustration, he suddenly dashed forward, defying the laws of gravity, and soared into the sky with a radiant golden aura surrounding him. The onlookers gasped in awe as the ancient emperor navigated the modern world with an otherworldly grace. The journey of Emperor Ying Zheng in this unfamiliar era had just begun, leaving the streets of China abuzz with speculation and wonder. As Emperor Ying Zheng soared through the sky, the streets below buzzed with excitement. People frantically recorded the surreal scenario unfolding on their smartphones, marveling at the seemingly impossible feat. "Is doing that simple?" someone exclaimed. "He disappeared instantly," another person observed, shaking their head in disbelief. "This doesn't make sense," a third person muttered, trying to comprehend the extraordinary sight. Meanwhile, high above the mortal realm, Ying Zheng spoke with authority, his voice echoing across the heavens. "I am the Qin Emperor, Ying Zheng," he declared. "I've returned to Earth after 1,000 years in the immortal world." The ancient ruler went on to recount his incredible journey. "When I was critically ill in the 37th year of the Qin calendar, I took Su Fu's immortality pill. My soul left my body, transformed into an ancestral dragon, and flew to the immortal realm beyond the starry sky. After 2,000 years of cultivation, I cleared the way across the mortal world, established the territory of Great Qin, and united the immortal world together. However, at the last moment of my success, I was attacked by demons from beyond the realm." Ying Zheng's voice carried a mix of determination and nostalgia. "When I was about halfway dying, a strange force appeared and transported my body to the land of China. Though I survived, my cultivation fell to the foundation stage, and I had to start all over again." He continued, revealing the challenges he faced in the mortal world. "The Earth's natural aura is so thin that gaining power is difficult. I must hunt and kill demonic beasts or absorb materials and treasures from heaven to speed up my development. It's a long way to go," he admitted. "I hope Mengtane and Li Xian will guard the immortal realm well so that demons will not invade Qin's territory." Ying Zheng's eyes focused on the city below as he expressed his determination. "When I return to the pinnacle, I will ascend to the throne of the immortal world and fight against the heavenly devil with all the generals." However, his thoughts were interrupted as he noticed something unusual, a purple aura emanating from the city. Ying Zheng furrowed his brow. "It's aura waves. Are there cultivators having a fight?" The distant screams confirmed his suspicions, prompting the ancient emperor to alter his course, ready to confront the unknown disturbance in the world he had just re-entered. Amidst the chaotic scene below, panic and terror gripped the streets as the ominous cry echoed through the air. "Run for your lives!" The monster is coming. Help me. A colossal creature with blazing red eyes rampaged through the terrified crowd, leaving destruction in its wake. The people scattered in all directions, desperately trying to escape the wrath of the monstrous threat. This formidable adversary was no ordinary beast, it bore the classification of a Class A giant beast, known as the Nanshan Jing. With fierce red eyes and a ferocious demeanor, it terrorized the city, proving to be a formidable opponent. However, amidst the chaos, a group of individuals clad in blue and white uniforms emerged from cover, brandishing swords with a determined glint in their eyes. They were ready to confront the menacing creature that wrought havoc upon the city. Leading the charge was a young woman named Lin Qianxue, the top student of Zhanglan Academy. Holding a long blue sword, she exuded confidence and determination. The group of warriors formed a line behind her, their eyes reflecting a shared purpose. This is a monster with a bounty of 20 million, so everyone must work hard to kill it. Lin Qianxue declared, rallying her comrades. A resounding chorus of agreement echoed as one of the girls behind her affirmed, yes. She drew her sword, unleashing an aura that mirrored the chilling effect of a glacier. With a decisive command, Lin Qianxue exclaimed, all together. The group surged forward, swords at the ready, charging toward the monstrous Nanshan Jing. As they engaged in a fierce battle, the young warriors slashed at the creature relentlessly, attempting to save as many lives as they could. The monster retaliated with a fiery blast from its mouth, but 4 members of the group skillfully defended against the onslaught using their spiritual energy. Qianxue, kill it while you can, they shouted, urging their leader to seize the moment. With unwavering determination, Lin Qianxue unleashed her own unique power, glacial energy. The air crackled with intensity as the young warrior prepared for the decisive strike. This is the moment of victory, she declared, channeling her glacial energy into a powerful attack aimed at bringing down the mighty Nanshan. The clash between the formidable monster and the determined group of warriors painted a vivid picture of a battle between good and evil, hope and despair, in the heart of the city. As Lin Qianxue prepared to deliver the decisive blow to the Nanshan Jing, a sudden voice disrupted the intensity of the moment. Oh, no! The barrier's been broken. In the blink of an eye, a sneak attack from the monstrous creature caught Qianxue off guard. The impact of the surprise assault resulted in a deafening explosion, sending everyone sprawling to the ground. Boom! Amidst the chaos, screams filled the air, and Qianxue struggled to stand. She frowned, surprised by the monster's swift and unexpected retaliation. I fear I may not survive this day since the giant beast is more powerful than I expected, she admitted, her voice tinged with a mix of determination and concern. The monstrous Nanshan Jing continued its rampage, roaring wildly, as Qianxue's teammates desperately tried to fend for themselves. No! Stay away from here! Qianxue shouted to them, determined to provide cover for her comrades. I'll cover you all. Go! In the midst of the chaos, a sudden light appeared from the sky, golden and radiant like a rocket. It streaked toward the monster, capturing the attention of both Qianxue and the Nanshan Jing. It was Emperor Ying Zheng, descending with the golden light above the monstrous creature. The sudden appearance of this unexpected force puzzled everyone, including the monster itself. The Nanshan Jing, overwhelmed with fear, let out a desperate scream, "Kiyak." In an instant, the huge golden energy unleashed by Ying Zheng engulfed the monster, tearing it apart and splashing the area with its blood. Qianxue and her teammates struggled to remain standing against the force of the energy, watching in awe and disbelief as the once rampaging creature met its end. From a distance, the spectacle resembled a nuclear explosion, with onlookers in awe and shock. God's light is coming down from heaven. It's so powerful. What kind of super weapon is this? Has the monster been eliminated? A lone figure stood above the monstrous, lifeless body, bathed in the golden glow. Qianxue and her teammates watched from a safe distance, their expressions a mix of relief and curiosity as they witnessed the unexpected intervention that had saved them from the brink of destruction. As Ying Zheng absorbed the spiritual energy from the defeated monster, he couldn't hide his displeasure. "I can't believe it's so unpleasant. Low-level demonic beast contains too little aura," he remarked, expressing his dissatisfaction with the meager energy. However, Lin Qianxue, maintaining an indifferent expression, responded, "What's wrong with that? It's a terrifying super beast." Her teammates joined in, questioning, "And what made you label that beast as low-level?" Intrigued by Ying Zheng's mysterious arrival, they speculated about his identity. Elegantly long and flowing hair. Old-fashioned outfit. The power to kill a monstrous creature with just one blow. Could he be a powerful individual from a mysterious family? Qianxue, however, remained focused on Ying Zheng, her gaze unwavering. She expressed her gratitude, "Thank you for saving us." Ying Zheng turned slightly, his response curt, "I hunted this beast only to obtain its aura, so don't think too much about it." Qianxue shook her head, understanding the emperor's motives. "What's with the eye thing? Does this guy like to play the emperor?" one of the teammates mused. Ignoring the chatter around him, Ying Zheng closed his eyes, crossed his arms, and a golden aura enveloped his body. "Aura insight art," he murmured, a technique that allowed him to analyze the auras around him. He continued, "The mortals are not worth my time," conveying a sense of detachment from the mundane affairs of the world. The onlookers, including Lin Qianxue and her teammates, couldn't help but feel a mixture of awe, curiosity, and uncertainty in the presence of this powerful figure who had single-handedly thwarted the menacing threat that had befallen their city. As Ying Zheng noticed a large amount of orange energy gathering 30 miles away, he knew he had to investigate. Without hesitation, he dashed and soared through the sky, heading towards the source of this peculiar energy. Lin Qianxue, looking up at the departing figure, couldn't contain her curiosity. She called out loudly, "What's your name, sir?" Ying Zheng turned mid-air and replied, "Emperor Ying Zheng of Qin." Qianxue's expression changed, she frowned, her eyes reflecting disbelief. Ying Zheng? How could it be? Didn't he die 1,000 years ago? Meanwhile, Ying Zheng continued his flight, determined to reach the mysterious energy source. As he got closer, people on the ground observed and recorded the extraordinary sight. "Look! Look! Someone's flying. Chill. Take a photo and share it with everyone you know." On a tall building, a screen displayed news about the recent monster attack in the city center. Reports mentioned a mysterious golden light that descended from the sky, successfully defeating the monster. Ying Zheng, focused on his goal, mused to himself, "Today, the world is at the beginning of a spiritual energy recovery. They're just far behind the immortal cultivators who ascended into the sky and vanished from the ground. Once my cultivation has strengthened, I'm going to pass the knowledge of immortality to the next generation." With a powerful landing, he caused an explosion and started moving forward. Before him stood a monument, ancient ruins known as the Demon Pagoda. "The spiritual energies are coming from the pagoda," Ying Zheng noted. "There are chains sealed around, probably a pagoda to suppress the demons. It is a rare thing." Raising his hand, he invoked an aura that flowed from his fingertips. Determined, Ying Zheng declared, "I'll take the spiritual energy from this pagoda." The ancient ruins before him would soon become the focal point of his quest for strength and knowledge in this unfamiliar world. As Ying Zheng waved his hand, the released energy suppressed the monument, causing the ground to shake. The chains holding the ancient ruins were shattered, and a purple aura erupted from the pagoda, forcing Ying Zheng to step back. Ha ha ha. From the depths of the unsealed pagoda emerged a monstrous entity with several heads, glowing purple eyes, and a terrifying appearance that surpassed anything witnessed before. The monster identified itself as Jiying. The king has finally unsealed. Jiao Ying laughed wildly. It addressed Ying Zheng, expressing gratitude for the mortal's unwitting assistance. Thanks to your mortal help, I'm very pleased, Jiao Ying declared. You are allowed to be my pawn from now on. When I have taken over the world, you will be rewarded for it. Ying Zheng's mouth curved into a faint smile as he responded, I didn't realize that there are still strong demons that have been refined into essence on Earth. You're allowed to be my food ration. Jiao Ying's reaction was swift, his head twitching in disbelief. Food ration, he roared, threatening punishment and death if Ying Zheng dared to utter those words again. Ying Zheng, unfazed, stood contemplating the situation. Jiao Ying, however, noticed an interference and challenged, which bastard is interfering? Dare you approach me from behind? A confident voice rang out, move aside, handsome man in the fancy clothing. The martial artists can handle the demon. It was the dean of Tsanglan Academy, Morongyu, stepping forward to confront the formidable Jiao Ying. The unfolding clash between the demonic king and the martial artist promised to be a battle of epic proportions, as the fate of the city hung in the balance. Jiao Ying couldn't contain his impatience and charged towards them with disdain, a bunch of miserable mortals. I'm the ancient demon king, I'm not something you can fight against. Morongyu swiftly drew her sword and rushed towards the monstrous Jiao Ying, accompanied by two priests. Cut it down, she commanded, determination in her eyes. Jiao Ying retaliated by unleashing energy from each of his heads. Morongyu managed to dodge one of the attacks, but the force of Jiao Ying's energy overwhelmed her. Meanwhile, Ying Zheng stood on the sidelines, watching the battle unfold. I'm really disappointed with the martial arts talent of this world's future generations, Ying Zheng murmured, his disappointment evident. In the midst of the clash, Morongyu shouted, the pagoda sealed is not an ordinary demon. It seems to be a legendary demon. The force of Jiao Ying's attack even tore her clothes. As Morongyu turned to face the two priests behind her, they took the opportunity to escape, leaving her to confront the demonic king alone. Frustrated, she screamed at the retreating figures, you two old losers, stop running away. Disappointed, Jiao Ying commented, it is not acceptable to act foolishly. Have you got anywhere against me? Ying Zheng, observing the unfolding chaos, finally decided to intervene. He raised his hand, and a golden aura surged around him. I hesitated to take part in it, he remarked as he launched an attack on Jiao Ying. Jiao Ying was shocked by the power unleashed by Ying Zheng. Frowning, he questioned, what? As Ying Zheng took out his sword, known as Ding Qin, the blade glowed from head to toe. With a powerful stance against Jiao Ying, Ying Zheng declared, this sword is known as Ding Qin. It can destroy any foe in the world. Jiao Ying, visibly affected by the pressure exerted by the sword alone, struggled to breathe. How did the artifact sword get there, he wondered, his surprise evident. The battle between the ancient emperor and the legendary demon had taken an unexpected turn, leaving the fate of the city hanging in the balance. Suddenly, Jiao Ying rushed towards Ying Zheng with all of his purple aura. On the other hand, Ying Zheng was already prepared and took a strong stance. Qin sword art, devouring spirit, he exclaimed, unleashing the power of his skill. Multiple swords materialized in the sky, raining down on the monster. Jiao Ying, unable to defend against the onslaught, realized the truth. The forgotten ancient Taoist techniques? You are the cultivator of immortality, he gasped. Morongyu watched the scenario unfold in astonishment. There is no way he could be a true ancient one. I remember that back in the past, there were only mortals. This way, the spiritual energy in the body will be dried up by the sword. As Jiao Ying neared defeat, he struggled to speak, I have reached my limit. The monster exploded, revealing a human-like golden figure. Then, a strange figure appeared in front of them, a female in purple and black attire, with white skin, black wings, a tail, and horns, a seemingly devilish child. She touched her face and spoke slowly, "Why not just spare me since all you need is spiritual energy? I know a lot of secret places that have a lot of spiritual energy." Ying Zheng questioned her sincerity, "Are you trying to fool me? There is no such thing as secret places on Earth. Why don't we just turn this actual spiritual energy in front of you into a human being?" Jiao Ying, in desperation, pleaded, "No. Don't." The devilish figure held his legs, sobbing and crying, "Would like to make a contract of master and servant with you as a sign of my sincerity. If this fails to be true, I will live and die according to your wishes." Considering the potential of having a flying mount, Ying Zheng decided to subdue her. He opened the system, made the contract, and cursed her, "This is a curse that will last for eternity. You will be executed and punished if you fail to locate the hidden locations." Jiao Ying, realizing his mistake, murmured, "If only I knew that he is not someone I should provoke." Yu, who had been watching everything, approached Ying Zheng. "I am Tsanglan Academy's dean, Yu. What is your name?" Ying Zheng responded coldly, "Asking me that while you are not dressed properly is inappropriate." Embarrassed, Yu lowered her head. Ying Zheng raised his hand, and the golden aura covered Yu's whole body, bringing about several changes through his spiritual energy. The mysterious figure and the dean of Tsanglan Academy stood before each other, their destinies intertwined by the events that had unfolded. "Incredible!" Yu exclaimed, stunned by Ying Zheng's powers as his worn-out clothes miraculously repaired. Ying Zheng introduced himself, "I'm Ying Zheng, and I came here to search for spiritual energy." Both Yu and Jiao Ying were shocked upon hearing the name Ying Zheng. Jiao Ying questioned, "Wasn't Ying Zheng, the Qin emperor, a Zhuan-Su descendant? He looks younger than I am." Yu, pondering the situation, commented, "The emperor has become a fraud." She took a step forward and extended an invitation, "You are welcome to visit us at Tsanglan Academy if you are interested." Murmuring to herself, she added, "Whatever the circumstance, it's important to build a good connection with him first." Ying Zheng saw this as an opportunity to gain additional knowledge about the modern world. He agreed with Yu, saying, "Then I agree to accept your invitation and learn about the situation." Yu jumped with joy, exclaiming, "Great!" At Tsanglan Academy, Yu led Ying Zheng along with Jiao Ying towards the academy, walking amidst several students standing outside. The academy gates welcomed the enigmatic trio, and as they entered, the students around started gossiping about the arrival of three. "Certainly. Here's an improved version of the passage. Is that Dean Morong? And who are the two individuals beside her? Those ancient garments are typically worn only by members of the hidden family, right? The woman with horns looks like a demon." Inside the academy, Yu introduced Ying Zheng, "This is Master Ying Zheng, the one who just defeated Jiao Ying, the ancient demon king. He will be our honored guest from now on." The students in front were astonished at the mention of Ying Zheng. "What? Ying Zheng? The first emperor of Qin? I'm amazed. If he managed to defeat Jiao Ling alone, he truly is a legend." So, Ying Zheng is a handsome man in ancient attire. Soon, Qianxue and her teammates arrived, unaware of what was happening. "We're back. A mysterious man killed the giant beast," Qianxue said. At that moment, she recognized Ying Zheng among the students. "Wait, aren't you the man who killed the beast and introduced yourself as Ying Zheng?" Other students nearby frowned. "What? He took down a giant beast? Unbelievable. Master Zheng, please accept my humble respects." "That's so cool." The students quickly kneeled before him. Ying Zheng said, "Get up." There was no kneeling between the emperor and those I ruled, even in the days of Qin. Now that we are in the modern age, there's even less need for this kind of formality. Morongyu shook her head and said gently to Qianxue, "As for the task, you can report it another day. Take Mr. Ying to the best villa in the academy." Qianxue said with slight embarrassment, "I understand." Qianxue looked at Ying Zheng and murmured to herself, having a conversation with such a formidable man is terrifying. Later that day, Qianxue, Ying Zheng, and Jiao Ying arrived outside the gate of the villa. The villa featured a south and north entrance to the courtyard, boasting a total area of 1,000 square meters. It was luxuriously decorated, a perfect setting for their stay. Qianxue gestured towards the entrance, declaring, "From now on, this will be your executive villa." Inside, a lavish sofa graced the living room, accompanied by an air conditioner providing a cool breeze. Qianxue warmly welcomed them, saying, "Master, please come inside." She pointed towards the living room and continued, "This is the living room." While Ying Zheng stared at the air conditioner in confusion, he turned to Jiu Ying and asked, "Is this an invention of future generations?" Jiu Ying, equally puzzled, remarked, "It seems to be a wind magic weapon to me." Both stood in front of the television, broadcasting news about the earlier incident. Ying Zheng speculated, "This thing can absorb the image of the outside world. Must be a barrier." Jiu Ying, smiling, teased, "I'll put it in my pocket if you like." Qianxue was astonished by their lack of knowledge about modern electrical appliances. She thought, he doesn't know anything about modern technology, but it's not bad. He's an old man who traveled from ancient times. But I'm sure he knows a lot about cultivation. She raised her voice and said, "Master, my skill level has dropped to the lowest point. I've been stuck at the B-class martial artist level. Do you know how to advance?" Ying Zheng replied casually, "Simple, just put my force into you." Qianxue couldn't comprehend and asked, "Into my body?" "No, no, no. It's going too fast." "We just met," Jiu Ying interjected, murmuring, "Oh my. What a pervert." Ying Zheng, instantly surging with a golden aura, clarified, "Avoid overthinking things. To activate your cultivation talent, I mean to channel the force into your body." The golden aura enveloped Qianxue's body, leaving her with the sensation of having been refined due to the intense spiritual energy. Suddenly, a crystal materialized within the aura. Ying Zheng was astonished, what a coincidence. The spiritual energy of Lin Qianxue and the aura of the ice sacred from it remind me a lot of Empress Zheng, whom I took into the palace in my previous life. Empress Zheng, rumored to be the birth mother of Ying Zheng's first son, Fu Su. Ying Zheng murmured, "Could it be that? Lin Qianxue is the reincarnation of Empress Zheng? And why are these things connected?" he questioned himself. "Ah." A voice echoed from Qianxue as her body twitched upon channeling the powers. Ying Zheng swiftly grabbed her waist, pulling her into his hands. "Even though Empress Zheng was given a powerful new life, and yet we reunited, maybe everything came down to fate," he mused. "Either way, Lin Qianxue, it's still helpful to nurture the talent with the ice-sacred body." From behind, Jiao Ying shouted, "Master, I think she's only acting sleepy to make you feel sorry for her." Ying Zheng replied, "There is no need for much doubt," as he gently placed her on the couch. "She is in a state of unconsciousness since her body is unable to keep up with the awakening of her ice-sacred body." Jiao Ying was surprised, thinking, did the master just awaken the sacred body by releasing some spiritual energy? This is beyond unbelievable. Jiao Ying, like a stubborn child, asked Ying Zheng, "Master, help me imbue with some spiritual energy. Baby, I love you in a more powerful demonic body." Ying Zheng promptly replied, "I refuse." Jiao screamed, "Why? Master is mean." Her screams echoed outside the villa.